Postseason baseball continues. The wild card round is over, and we are on to the Division Series, which will get underway Tuesday night. So let's preview and predict the 4 matchups. Helping me out with that is New York Post baseball columnist John Heyman. John, long time no see. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, enjoying this postseason baseball. So, John, let's start right here in New York. Yankees versus the AL Central champions, the Guardians. Do you like the Bronx Bombers or the young Guardians here, and why?
Well, I'm going to go with the Guardians. A little bit of an upset here. I do that occasionally. I love their bullpen right now. The Yankees bullpen is a bit of a question. Obviously, we know the Chapman situation. He is out. Holmes, we'll see. A little bit of a health question there. Britton, obviously out. So the clear and obvious closers are all kind of question marks or worse right now, whereas the Guardians, almost said Indians there, the Guardians have Clase at the back end of that pen and a lot of very effective relievers. Yankees were world beaters early on, a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde season, and could go either way, obviously, but I'm going to go the upset here.
Going with the upset in the Guardians. Yankee fans sure not to be happy with Mr. Heyman here. Now, sticking with the American League, we got the top seeded Houston Astros against the streaking Seattle Mariners. Can Seattle, who's back in the playoffs for the first time in 21 years, can they upset the Stros?
No. Well, you know what? One thing you have to like is that, they've been playing. I actually think that may be an advantage. And give them credit. They had a terrific 2 games up in Toronto, pulled it out. Very nice. But, I mean, Houston is just too good. They have just too much talent with Altuve and Bregman and all the others. Pena replaced Correa, did a great job. And, of course, we know Verlander and Valdez at the top of that rotation. Houston, to me, is an overwhelming favorite in the American League right now. Seattle, very nice team. Like I said, give them credit. I don't think their chances are great in that series, though.
All right. You see the Seattle run ending here in the Division Series. Now, let's go to the National League. We have 2 NL East foes going head-to-head. The Phillies, they made quick work of the Cardinals in the wild card round against the defending World Series champs, the Braves. Is Atlanta's experience too much for the Phils here?
I mean, the Braves are awfully good. We saw that against the Mets, how they ended up ultimately winning that division when everybody figured the Mets were going to do it. The Mets obviously had a 10.5 game lead, did not hold on. Not only the Braves' experience in the postseason, they have some great young players, Spencer Strider, who they locked up. If he can go, that would be a big plus. They have a very, very good and balanced team. Michael Harris, the other Rookie of the Year candidate. I like the Braves to win this. I give Philly credit for getting here. They go off to a rough start this year. Rob Thompson, who just got extended, did a nice job managing them. Philly, I got this wrong the first series. They're tough in that short series with Wheeler and Nola. A little bit longer series here, and I think the Braves are just a better balanced, better defensive team. I think they'll win this series.
All right, there you go, picking the Braves there. And last but not least, John, we have the San Diego Padres against the team with the best record in baseball in 2022. That would be the Los Angeles Dodgers. Do the Padres, riding high off their Game 3 victory over the Mets, do they have a chance here?
Well, I mean, sure, they have a chance. They were very impressive. Obviously, Musgrove, fantastic in that finale. And you know that Darvish and Snell are very talented pitchers as well. I give San Diego credit for what they did at the deadline. I know Soto wasn't quite himself. Bell maybe not as good as he was with Washington, but they do have a talented team that is a threat. That said, I do think the Dodgers will prevail in this series. San Diego did not do well against LA this year. Not many teams did. Pittsburgh was one of the few teams that did well against the Dodgers, winning 5 out of 6. How do you explain that? No idea, but difficult to pick against the Dodgers. At the beginning of the year, I had Dodgers over Astros. I'm not going to change that now until one of those 2 teams is eliminated.
All right, there you go. Sticking to your picks. John Heyman went 2-2 with his picks in the wild card round. I know this time you expect to go 4-0, John. We will see if you do that with the picks. We'll see. I'm trying to put good vibes there for you, John. I'm trying to make that happen.
I don't know. I feel pretty confident on 3 of them, but I'm going with the upset with the Guardians. So I'm predicting I'm going to go 3-1. We'll
All
see.
right. Okay, predicting on your predictions.
Exactly.
There we go. Okay, we'll settle for 3-1. That is the great John Heyman, baseball columnist for the New York Post. John, thanks for your time. Love the predictions. Thank you, man.
All right, thanks, Dexter.